So today I'm going to show you how I'm approaching the analysis of Cortex Agent logs. I promised you last time that we're going to do something fun, and quick reminder, this is where we left last time. We successfully were able to access the Cortex Agent logs from the agent that we created. I'm going to demonstrate you the logs that we have now, and let's see what we can from the starting point, what we can build together. I'm going to be using Cortex Code as my assistant because, as you can see, a lot of these logs are JSON format, and we should probably extract some useful parts from them. So first thing first, I would like to add the timestamp, and I would like to make sure that I'm only extracting the Cortex Agent request events. So this will help me to focus on the parts where the actual conversation is happening, because these are the parts where I have the value of the question and also quite some information about the thinking process. So I'm going to be focusing on this, and for that let's just quickly add some filters. We're going to be building up on this query. Record type is event. Let's focus on what we have here. Awesome. So now we can see that all of our events, we had quite a few because I ran a couple of test conversations prior to recording this video, and my mission now is to understand how did those conversations go. As you can see, for the record type event, I always have the, well, at least for the event record agent request, I always have the values. So from now on, I'm going to be working on extracting the useful elements from these records. So let's do something here. I first would like to do the timestamp because I want to know when my records started, when the conversations took place. And for your record, each line here, each row is a pair of question and answer. So I want to know those questions and answers. For me to know them, I would like to probably ask Cortex Code to help, because they're buried in the values here. So can you extract user question and answer as separate columns from the value column. Also, I want to extract the thread ID, which is the conversation ID. So let's see what the Cortex Code gives us here. Really, that's just me being lazy parsing JSON, but I have full confidence that there will be something good coming out of this. So let's see what we have. Okay, it's checking the value column structure. That's good. And it's looking for the correct JSON path. And it wants to refine the query. What did it do here? Yeah, it's refining its query. And it sees that the answer is empty. So it's trying again. Okay, wow. Then we really need to see what's going on here. The response structure being checked, and it's being parsed at the moment. So you see, it's making a lot of steps, like back and forth. It's trying. Let's see if we come to a success here. Otherwise, I can help it. But let's see what's gonna be, what's going to happen here. Text type answer, very good. Yes, that's what we need. So let's see, the query is finally working. What does it suggest? Let's just keep it all and just see what it suggested here. Parsed value, so value from... Okay, I also have I have a useful explanation here. User question from request body messages 0 content 0 text. Yep. Answer from the parsed response content array filtering for type text. Okay. Thread ID from the request body thread ID. Well, that's what I would expect as well. And let's see what it gives us. So now I have the timestamps, which are good, and as you can see, I also have some timestamps, more than one timestamp. So let's see what's happening here. I have more than one times, so more than once for the same question, more than one answer, right? This is what it returned, and it does this consistently. Let's see. Right, look, visualization. So if you remember, Cortex Agent can present you a graph when answering your question. If that happens, then the part text, which is what we are currently extracting, is split in two text parts. So the graph splits them in between with some different part, I don't know, this or something else. And that's why for one question, we are getting more than one answer. I want to merge answer. So I want to get maybe per question is better. So I'm thinking something group by. I'm thinking something that will allow me to put this value text string as answer. So I want to exactly, I want an array with an aggregated group by. Keep all in file and within group. Yep, that's what I want to achieve here. Perfect. Now I can see that I have a unique timestamp per question answer, which is what I'm expecting. And now it also is the amount of question answers corresponds to what I was asking. So it looks legit to me. Now I want to do something more. So you can see I kind of prepared the base for question answers analysis. And I want to ask it to check if the question was actually answered. So what I'm thinking here is I want to build an AI solution which reads question answer pair and gives me a classification, if you will, of the answer usefulness, whether the answer was given or not. So what I'm going to ask is, can you use, and I know what I want to use. I want to use the CORTEX.COMPLETE function. If only I could type. To check each question answer pair and provide an answer to the question. Was the question answered? Let's see what it does. So if I were doing it, because I'm doing it with Cortex code, so I'm also experimenting here, I would take user question and the answer, I would concatenate them, I would throw them into the Snowflake CORTEX.COMPLETE function, and I would be expecting to evaluating a question. Yes, no, or partial. Let's keep it all so we have this edit. Okay, so now It is using the Snowflake CORTEX.COMPLETE with Llama 3.18b, and evaluating question was answer, responded yes, no, or partial. Let's see what it does. Okay, good. We have yes and no. Let's see when we have no. Who's the owner? I don't have information. Sounds good to me. How do I buy a candle? I don't have access. Who's the owner? I don't know. I don't know. Perfect. So it didn't give you any partial. It didn't give us any partial answers. Well, good for us. And maybe we want to expand this in the future and add some more framing to what else. Since we're reading this text anyway. Maybe we want to do some other analysis. As a second word. Now I'll need to be smart. Tell if the question was qualitative, quantitative. Let's see. Oh, perfect. Quantitative, qualitative. Who's the owner? Qualitative. What types? Quantitative? Because it answers with 10 different types, it probably thinks it's a quantitative. Base this only on the question, not on the answer. What types of candles is qualitative question in my opinion. So let's see if we can convince it. No, still quality. Who, quality. How, quantity. Okay, let's give it some more instructions, and it's gonna be my last attempt. If the question asks about how many, then it is. I'm just gonna misspell it if I write it again. Quantitative. If question asks about an attribute type, it is qualitative. Do you agree with me? I think I'm pretty sure I'm right here. So perfect. Now we have what I want. How do I buy the handle? Who is it? Which candles the most? How's the revenue trend? How many candles? Perfect. So here you go. Now we can have this parsed. I won't bother you showing how to parse this type of information. I'm sure you can do it yourself. But now, in just a few minutes, we were able to expand our Cortex Agent logs monitoring into the LLM part. So as somebody who owns this agent, this would help me tremendously if those checks are automated and I only get a summary. On top of this, I could of course run something like Snowflake AI Summarize to say how many questions are quantitative and answered correctly. Maybe I'm failing at a certain type of questions. Maybe I want to add things like topic. So those will be my next steps. I'll skip them for now because I am sure that we can keep playing with expanding this prompt. But I hope this was useful. That's how I approach the Cortex Agent login monitoring analysis. Let me know what are your tricks and tips, and happy to connect next time. Let's see what topic we'll come up with. So on that, I wish you a fantastic time.